Everybody, it's Friday and I have a couple of journals with me today. This one is 6.5 by 5, and I used a tan or a beigeish, dark beige linen with some lace flowers and different fabrics. Some lace running down here. Real pretty lady here loved this collar, or this, I don't know what you call it, but it's real pretty. And there's the back. It's been inked up, so it's a little grungy in it. I inked it up before I sewed it, but what I like is it's almost like the page has pushed through, and it's got I don't know, it looks kind of like an impression, which makes it look older. It's just visual, it's not really there. And then I made the tie to match. And going inside, I used this perfume. I'm saying perfume because that's what it says is perfume. But it's a nice fabric, and then some seam binding, a little lace flower here with a brad, another little flower, and some part of a crochet doily. And on the inside, I got some threads on me. On the inside, I added a card made out of an encyclopedia page that opens up for writing. And then this is one of those hard cards to put behind your papers so that you can easily write. You know, you could put it back there and write there, or however, you know, wherever you happen to need it. You know, like here's a little pocket, so you could put that there, and it'll give you a firm surface to write on. And it's made out of an old newspaper. I should say an old newspaper replica. It's not the actual newspaper. Over here, it's inked up. It's kind of grungy. The edges are all torn and inked and stamped and stained. And this is some extra pages here, and I added some things. Look at that. Love it. Just a bunch of extra paper. Sometimes I decorate these pages, and sometimes I don't. To give so you have writing space, and that's the back page there for additional writing or anything you want to add. Nice little collage going on here with some different things. You can see all the inking. This pocket was a scarf that I got in the estate sale, and well, I didn't get the pocket at the estate sale. I got the scarf at the estate sale, but you know. And then I added some graphics up here, and again the torn page with 2 cards. This particular style of card came from Eva over at Bohemian Crafting. You can pick those up from her. This is part of a napkin with some little images, and I sewed around some of these throughout the book. But I did like little mini collages. And there's a piece of lace that's a pocket, and an extra piece of paper for journaling. Tucked inside. I want that up there, so that goes there. And then some additional papers for writing. This is a part of a Greek hymn book. And I just added different things. Another one of these cards that I made a tuck spot, and it gives you the back for writing. I stitched it in black. I really like black with the grunge look. Some pieces of ephemera up here, and some cheesecloth and the stitching. And this is an old postcard that I got a stack of them at an estate sale. So I made a pocket with that, and then put a card in there, and then another little mini pocket with a tag there. A little mini pocket over here. Tag and a cute little mini card, and it's got different fabrics here and stitched around that. Now, see, I would write right over that. I write over anything, really. Nice page for journaling. And, you know, don't waste your space. I would keep writing right on that. Let that be the center of your writing. It'd be pretty. Over here is another little pocket. Attach that down for extra writing. These two books that I'm showing today, it's what I use to clear my desk. If it's on my desk, it goes in the journal. And you never know what you're going to get. So I really like the way that these two came out. A little map behind this, and then I put a piece of that napkin over it. And the pocket has some tags. There's some extra tags, if I can get them. And I hooked it with a safety pin and a little piece of lace. And then this, if I can get it, has two cards. A gentleman and a flower. And a lady here for writing. And then this is covered with a nice fabric, and it opens up for extra writing. And back together we go. Y'all stay put. And then, of course, the stitching running down the edge there. Some extra pages. Yeah, these are extra pages. And this is just a little collage of different papers. Nice image there. And this one I left blank. And it's just sheets of paper for extra writing. A sheet of paper there for extra writing on a piece of old newspaper. And again, on some old newspaper with an image there. Some extra pages. Here's a pocket that has some extra pages for writing. Dum, 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 dum. If I can get it. Flimsy hands. I like how the edge came out on that. Really nice and dark. And then I put this card in there, made out of a book page. And then that tag there. Got some nice yarn at the top. Another pocket here with a old couch. I think that's called a Morris couch. They had Morris furniture back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. I think that's a Morris couch. And then it's the stitching from the other side with a little image there. And you've got a tag here. That's also a tuck spot. You've got the writing for the back. And it's got a little tag with a hummingbird. And then an extra piece of paper for writing. In you go. And a little tag for wishes. And then another little book for writing made out of a book page. It's just got a collage of different things on the front. And another pocket over here. It's a fabric pocket, but I put this piece of crinkled paper on it. It's got a nice texture. And then an image and some cheesecloth. And you've got some lined paper here that's been outlined in the black with a card there. And then a little hard tag here. And it's got a safety pin and then a little jewel or a charm or whatever you would like to call it. That's the other half of the postcard. And some paper up there for writing. Nice big card. I folded it so it would fit in this book. And then one of these matchbook notebooks, I guess. But it lifts up. And got a piece of lace here. These pages don't come out. It's all adhered in, but there's numerous pages. I probably would turn it like that and write with it like that. You could rip them out if you wanted. I mean, it's just a little thing right here holding it. So, yeah. And then a pretty background. But you can see what's holding the papers in. I used some staples, some of those little mini staples that Tim Holtz has. And some extra writing papers here. And then this is an envelope that folds out. You could put you a nice pretty image there. And then I cut this edge. It's open here too, but I cut this edge so you can easily get in and out of it. And I added a bunch of paraphernalia. You've got a nice big paper for writing, several cards with fabric. You know, like I said, if it was on the desk, it went in here. Another little writing thing there, and part of a book page, but I thought, you know, it had some neat places to write. And then a nice little image of a family. And there's the paper clip. It all clips together so it doesn't roll around in the envelope or try to come out. It stays kind of put. In you go. In you go. I like how it sticks out here too. I think that's kind of... And then you could use this for writing if you wanted to, the envelope itself. And this is the other side of the envelope on that newspaper. And I added another card and a postcard. I want to see her because I like the way she looks. She's pretty with that long hair. And then some extra journaling pages with a little collage going on. The Chef was an old restaurant here in Shreveport when I was a kid. Man, they had some good spaghetti. It's funny how you remember things like that. Or I remember things like that. Got some stitching and all the inking going on this page. A little collage of different things. An old dresser here. Music. And then this is another little booklet for extra writing. Oops, I think I missed a page. It's got 4 sheets in there, and then, of course, you could put a picture or whatever you like back there. Nice writing page there. This is some little images here. And some different fabrics and lace with the image, and that's the stitching from the other side. And then this... It's not a tuck spot or anything. You can't get anything behind it. But it opens up with some pages for writing. Made out of a newspaper page. And then this holds it in place. And then this is made out of a book page. I love those book pages that just have a little bit on them. So you have places to write. And then a little collage going on here. Part of a newspaper and a book page, a little image that's been stitched around. A music paper with a little image there. And we got some extra pages here. And looky here. Missed a spot. I'll fill that in. That's part of a napkin with a stamp that's been stitched around. Nice image here. A little piece of that, a little part of that scarf pocket came on, so I just stuck it down there. I thought that might be neat to title something on. And then some images. And boy, I'm hitting 1,000. There's got to be a third one in here. Things come in threes. And stitched around that. And then extra pages here. Pretty cabinet card. And then the back is the same as the front, with the seam binding and the flower. And I stuck this big booklet in there. Got all kinds of different pages. I made it from book pages. But it's just got all different kinds of papers to write on. A real full booklet. And of course it's been inked and stained and all that fun stuff that I like to do. And that is it for, what is that? Oh, okay, that goes on there. Huh? Couldn't figure out what that fabric was. That's all for this journal. Here's the front again. And the back. And that's it for this one. And I've got one more big one coming up. And I will be right back in that video. Bye-bye, everybody.